Have you ever looked at your bank balance and felt that sudden punch in the stomach, the quiet fear that maybe you're never going to get ahead? Strange mix of guilt and confusion where you ask yourself, where does all my money even go? If you've ever felt this, then today's rule, the 50-30-20 rule, might become the most peaceful moment your mind has felt in years. You see, most people don't have a spending problem. They have a clarity problem. And clarity is exactly what this rule gives you in the simplest way possible. So today, I will break down the 50-30-20 rule in a way that feels effortless, friendly, and easy. You won't need numbers, math, or fancy financial words. Just your ears, your attention, and a tiny 2-minute window that might reshape your entire financial life. Before we start, imagine a version of you that feels calm every time you open your banking app. Imagine knowing exactly what goes where, without stress, without confusion, without shame. So that version is closer than you think. The 50-30-20 rule is one of the easiest budgeting systems in the world. It tells you exactly how to divide your income so you never lose control of your money again. The numbers may look small, but once you learn how to use them, they can guide your entire financial life. The rule says that you should divide your money into 3 simple parts. 50% goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and investing. These 3 parts cover every expense in your life. Think of it like a traffic light. The needs are the red light, non-negotiable. The wants are the yellow light, slow down and choose wisely. And the savings are the green light. This is where your future begins. Once you understand these 3 categories, budgeting becomes almost automatic. You will know exactly where your money should go the moment it enters your account. Needs are the things you must pay to survive. Rent, bills, groceries, medicines, transportation, these are all essential. Cannot live without them. This category usually takes the biggest part of your income. But the mistake many people make is that they push too many expenses into the needs section. They add unnecessary items just because they feel important in the moment. A need is something you cannot remove without harming your basic living. A want is something that makes life nicer, but is not required to survive. Most people get this wrong, and their budget collapses very quickly. This is why your needs should never cross the 50% line. If they do, the rest of your money gets squeezed and everything feels tight. Staying below 50% gives you breathing space to live comfortably. Most people think they are bad with money, but actually, they are just bad at telling the difference between needs and wants. And once you learn this difference, your entire financial life becomes clearer. Wants are the things that make life enjoyable. Movies, eating out, snacks, shopping, trips, coffee, entertainment, these all fall under wants. They are not bad, but they must be controlled. This is the category that ruins the budget for most people. Why? Because wants feel good in the moment but painful at the end of the month. When people overspend here, they think their salary is too small, but the real problem is poor planning. Wants are where most of your emotional decisions happen. This is the category that tempts you the most. But if you keep wants at 30%, you can enjoy life without destroying your financial stability. The goal is not to remove all enjoyment. The goal is to spend intentionally. You choose what to enjoy rather than letting the moment choose for you. This final category is the most important one. This is where your savings, investing, emergency fund, and debt payments live. This is the part that builds your future. If you ignore this category, you will stay stuck in the same financial place forever. You will always depend on your next month's salary. You will always feel stressed about money. But when you protect this 20%, your life slowly begins to change. Your savings grow, your stress decreases, and your future becomes brighter because you're finally building something real. Small amounts also matter. Saving a little every month is better than saving nothing for a year. The truth is that your future has no value unless you pay for it today. Every rupee you save is a vote for your future self. Every rupee you waste is a vote against it. The The 503020 rule works for rich people and average people alike. It works because the percentages stay the same even when your income changes. This means you never fall into the trap of spending more when you earn more. It protects you from lifestyle inflation, which is when your costs rise every time your income rises. This rule stops that from happening. It keeps your spending balanced and under control. It also helps people who have low income because it gives structure. Even if you cannot save 20%, you can at least start with 5% or 10%. The rule is flexible and can grow with you as you grow. This system is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Sticking to it for months will give you more progress than being perfect for 2 weeks. Let's say you earn $100,000. Applying the rule, 50%, which is $50,000, goes to your needs, 30% or $30,000 goes to wants, and 20% or $20,000 goes to savings. This already gives you clarity. There is no confusion. You know exactly how much to spend and where. Now imagine someone earning $40,000. The same percentages still make sense. $20,000 for needs, $12,000 for wants, and $8,000 for savings. Even if the numbers are smaller, the system still works. The structure still protects you. You still maintain control over your money instead of letting your money control you. Real-life examples show why this rule is universal. It bends, but it does not break. It adapts to you instead of forcing you to adapt to it. The biggest mistake people make is treating wants as needs. This single mistake destroys their budget. They stretch their needs category to 70% or even 80% without realizing. Another mistake is saving whatever is left at the end of the month, but you already know how that ends. Nothing is left. People also forget to track their spending. They rely on memory, which always tricks them. Tracking gives you clarity, even if it's just through a simple note on your phone. Another common error is not adjusting when income changes. If you earn more, your spending should not explode. And if you earn less, you should adjust proportionally. People also ignore small expenses like snacks, small subscriptions, or random shopping. These tiny costs add up silently, and together, they can break your budget faster than you think. If your money disappears every month, the problem is not your salary. The problem is your structure. And once your structure changes, your entire money life changes too. Here is the simplest way to start using the 503020 rule today. Step 1. Write down your total income. Step 2. Divide it into 50%, 30%, and 20%. Step 3. List all your expenses and place them under each category. Step 4. Cut at least 5% from your wants. Step 5. Begin saving regularly, even if the amount is small. Step 6. Follow this system for 30 days without skipping. By the end, your money will feel more organized. You will feel more in control of your financial life. The system works because it creates clarity, it removes confusion, and it gives your money a simple direction. Some people live in cities where rent is very high. For them, the 602020 rule works better. This means 60% needs, 20% wants, and 20% savings. People with very low income might use the 702010 rule. This helps them survive while still saving a small amount. The important thing is to save something, no matter how small. People who want faster financial growth use the 403030 rule. This means they save 30% instead of 20%. This is very powerful for people working toward financial freedom. The rule is flexible. You can shift the percentages according to your lifestyle, but the core principle remains the same. Always save first. Money feels stressful when it feels disorganized. The 503020 rule removes that stress almost instantly. It gives your brain a clear plan to follow. You no longer feel guilty when you spend on your wants, because that spending is already part of the plan. This improves your relationship with money. It also boosts confidence. You begin to feel in control again. You start believing that money management is possible for you. This rule helps create peace. It reduces financial arguments in families. It builds a sense of stability and safety in your life. Your money listens when you give it a plan. The 503-020 rule is that plan. It is simple, clear, and powerful enough to guide your entire financial life. You don't need complex formulas. You don't need financial degrees. You just need a structure that works every month without stress. If you follow this rule with consistency, not perfection, you will feel the difference. Small steps will turn into big results. Your future will start taking shape quietly but strongly. If this explanation helped you understand the 503-020 rule, make sure to like this video so more people can learn it easily. Subscribe to the channel for simple, daily money lessons that can change the way you handle your salary. And tell me in the comments which money habit you want me to break down next.